Alrighty.
Oh, are we streaming?
Yeah, we are.
Oh. Right, okay. Hello everybody
YouTube.
and welcome back to TRL Season 2 Round 2 here at Netherlands. I don't know where Connor's gone, so you're stuck here today with me, GW/Alfie, and TTV Logical. How are we doing?
I'm doing good, thanks. It's
Wicked.
gonna be an exciting one for sure.
Definitely.
Yeah,
Right, so we have 14 drivers out today. We have Woken, we have Brute Gordon, we have Banky, we have Danny, we have Immortals, we have Natoil, we have Mods, we have Jordan, we have Biblical, we have Lord Gamer, we have Fakey 10, we have The Berlit, we have PRT Show, and EDFG 4494. So, we already have some drivers out. We have Banky, we have Danny, we have Immortals, we have No Toil, we have Mods, and we have Lord Gamer all out. We have Biblical PC and his teammate Woken coming out the coming out the pits at the moment. Yeah, Netherlands, it is quite a technical track, I'm not going to lie. Logical, in your opinion, what do you think is a good strategy around here?
It's probably gonna be you could see some stops if people go in the mediums, or a two-stop if you start in the softs potentially. But it all comes down to if there's safety cars or whether you get damaged. Like, I'm surprised there's not many people doing a medium run and then a soft run just to set the pace for them to beat. But yeah, at the moment everybody's coming out onto the softs, and most everybody's on a flat mark, just the last couple now.
Natoil F1
Oh,
goes
he's got
off tracking, Factor 1. I
It's
do
kept
not
it going,
quite
did
know
go
what's
purple
going on.
sector 1. He avoids Danny or Fakey there, I'm not sure which one.
Yeah, I don't think he's got damage there, so he might go for another run or just
Yeah, I
save the
think tyre
tyres.
preservation around here is critical. Um, Also, tyre temperatures. I'm not sure if those watching or either one of my commentating crew get it, but Sector 2 around here, it's terrible for your tyre temperatures. I think for me, I was able to find the sweet spot yesterday until unfortunately, I think I got, no, I just got a screw freeze and went straight into the barrier, unfortunately. But Danny with a 190, and then Banky going quicker with a 190 as well. Very similar lap times between those two. Mods goes P4 as Lord Gamer now goes quicker.
We're into the 108
Mods with a
already.
109.5 and Lord Gamer with a 108.9. Natoil goes P5, but I think he did spin on that lap. So it's not necessarily.
Quicker.
Yeah, by actually a fair amount, like a tenth and a bit there. So quite a good lap from Immortal there. I do believe he's still on another lap, so he is going to still be pushing, as I think another car's about to come across the line. That is Jordan. Puts himself in P9 with a 192. We have the two Mercedes AMG cars coming across the line. That's Biblical in P3, and Woken going quickest. Biblical promoted down to P4 because of it.
Everybody's just sort of going quicker and
goes
quicker.
P8, had a very good race yesterday.
So I think Notchill's gone on another lap.
Yeah, Immortals has got a very poor lap. We'll move on.
EDMG's on the lap. He's about to start it, should I say?
Notchill's on a lap. He goes P6 to 109.08.
It's a very, very, very tight field already.
Yeah, just nearly a second separating the top 10, which is quite vast to be honest, but somebody could have got caught up in traffic, and some have clear tracks, so it all comes down to that.
As Ed gets the glitch when it says got purple set to 1 when he actually does not. So that is the
I think
glitch
it
at the
does.
moment. No, it does not.
I think that's a legitimate purple sector 1.
If it's on
No,
the
it
first
won't,
lap,
because
then
when I was
it's...
spectating broken, he win the 29s. It says it got fastest sector too. I wonder if it actually is, but
Oh,
I
like
believe
I
it is
said,
not.
slow.
that's some hype in Edward, man. Coming around the final corner,
Yeah, it's
hugs
not
the right hand
purple.
side of the track, comes across
Drafts
the
over
line, P4.
P4. So,
Little factor of
I
those.
already know. I already know who's getting pole.
It's a very bold assumption there. You shouldn't really come into this assuming who's going to finish where. It's so unpredictable in this league.
TRT Danny's already out on
Immortal's
another
gonna
lap.
finish on pole. I already know he's gonna get pole for qualifying.
TRT Danny's already on another outlap, so he's in and out very quickly.
Alfie, do you remember what Immortal's lap time was last season around Netherlands?
No, because I wasn't commentating.
Exactly. He got 8.1, I believe. So,
Interesting to see if he can
Right.
do the same.
I reckon Danny could go quicker, but that determines.
So TRT Danny exits the final turn to start his second flying lap.
I think, to be honest, this has been, like, I know we're only, one race down. It's been very enjoyable so far to watch as Danny, little lock-up coming through the long banked left-hander, now climbs up the hill. Gonna just dab on the brakes coming up to this corner. Yeah, just a dab on the brake, back on the power. He might go purple. Yes, he does. He goes quicker by 2.5 tenths. Long Cabbage has joined, who won yesterday, so that'll be nice to watch him. Although going back on board with Danny, he's now going to apply his DRS down the straight, 6th gear, 7th gear. He's pushing. It gets purple sector 2. He's 6 tenths up his current lap. That will put him P1 by a significant amount. This is a good lap from Danny. Dab on the brakes, down to 5th, back onto the power, into 6th, into 7th. Opens up DRS, up into 8th gear. Runs out of VRS, but he comes across the line. P1, 2.5 tenths. He flew that lap.
Yeah, TRT Broken's on an outlap now to try and knock him off that provisional pole spot. But Biblical BC's on a lap now. Could get caught with dirty area off
Chris moves up to
traffic.
P3.
There's been a spin from a Haas. I think it might have been
tall again.
Doyle. Yeah, he has no following.
That's a bit like Mick Schumacher. Jordan's. Oh, it's invalidated. TRT feature. First race, I believe.
He's on an in-lap, I'd say. He's a second down. The runner with the bullet is on a flying up. Just coming through a sort of mini stadium section.
I'm going live with Brute Gorgon here. He's
He's off the race and into the ball. And he's lost his front wing.
Yeah, it's the bullet in the wall.
The toils in.
I believe that is turn.
It's out the second to last turn. So he has to botch a new front wing now. It's actually looking to be quite a decent lap also. So TLC Broken exits the final turn, and he's backed off. I'm going for another lap.
Thankfully, round here, tyre wear isn't too bad, so you can do 2 laps on a set of tyres.
It is pushing it to the limits though, because if you do 2 laps and then that turns out to be your fastest lap, you have to start on those tyres if you're in the top 10, and it doesn't really help with your strategy for the race, because you sometimes have to try and hope that there's either a safety car or that the undercut works, because all the drivers might be on younger tyres than yours, so it can be quicker in some turns, in the slower turns, and sometimes the quicker turns because they have more grip and less tyre wear than you. So TRL Banky going through the final turn now. DRS open.
What's he going to set?
Say
Ferrari's fun round
1087.
Brute Gordon.
So TRL Banky goes P4, 108.7. Decent lap from him. TRT Immortal is 600th up on his time at the moment. That won't improve his lap time.
Immortal gets fastest sector 2 as he's currently in sector 3 as he's coming round the final 2 turns, I believe, in 4th gear, just to 5th gear. He's now going to approach the detection zone of sector 3, gets DRS, open DRS all the way in gear 8.
Oh, he goes
it's fastest.
like 007. James Bonds it across the line, goes 007 quicker than Danny.
108.4. Great lap from him.
Broken gets fastest sector 2 on the other hand, as he is currently in sector 3, as he's now coming from the final 3 corners. As we're not barring, it was abysmal. In 6th gear, 7th gear, he's going to get open DRS now. Got DRS, now in 8th gear, he's going to approach the line, he's going to improve his lap time and goes into the 2nd row of the grid and goes into P3.
So 108.4, so a decent lap. Wouldn't surprise me if he goes back and gets a new set of tyres and goes again. 5 minutes remaining now. Purple sector from Fakey. It might have got caught in traffic there with a half, but I don't think it's affecting his time. Let's see if he can get
as Ashton is up by a couple of tenths. He's going to approach the line.
Cross the line now, P9 for Fakey.
Imbecile.
One of your closest friends got P9.
That's it. What a silly goose. Like it, Ashton. If
wait, where did you finish
it? Is on a lap, I believe.
Oh,
wait. Hold on. I think. Yo, Lord Gamer's pushing. Like,
yeah.
I think that could be purple.
I'm about to find out. Just a few moments' time as he comes down the hill. Dab of the brakes, down to 6th gear. Back on the power.
No, he goes quicker, not quickest though.
It's still going to put him up the order though, I believe. Potentially P5. Check that. Back on it. Now that I'm back straight away into the hairpins. Heavy on the brakes, a lot of curb, then just a little bit on the apex and get back out onto the throttle. And get as close to the grass as you want and take a bit of curb on exit, but not too much.
This is a good
and then stay low.
Good lap.
It's gonna be
4.
P4.
If he can get it back into the pits in time, he could go for another lap.
That's pushing on his tyres though, so we'll come back to him. Meanwhile, the Renault with the Bullet is on a flying lap. He's coming up the hill now. Oh, getting on the grass a bit. It's going to unsettle the car down the hill, but he's just lifting, not braking. That was a breakthrough there. He might have backed off it. Yeah,
I
the
believe.
bullet's
I
backed
think.
off.
Yeah, Chris's just came off. I thought he was pushing again.
So TRT Danny
I think
on
the
his final
bullet's
lap.
on a lap in the.
He's a 10th up. TRT Danny is his 10th up on his lap time. Can this be the pole that you want coming into the final turn now? Let's see how this is. He's a 10th up on his lap time. And he goes quickest by 3.
Danny's taking it from Immortal.
You've improved his time by 2/10. A great lap from him. And Lord Gamer is on an in lap. Yes, he is.
Jaron has spun in sec 2.
And he's
Yes,
lost
it
his
is
front
sector
wing.
2.
Yeah, that's on the run down to the hill. He crashes
Let's
out.
have a look at the McLaren boys. Good points this week by both tiers as Odds is on his out lap and he's going to come round the final 2 corners as he's going to get another lap time in.
Brute Gordon is on his probably first and last lap and he's gone off. That might have ruined his chances. The bullet set a lap, but it wasn't a fast one. The question is he going to go again? And the Renault is on another lap, I believe. He's gone purple in the middle sector. Banky's retired. He's done in this session. Into the penultimate turn now. Getting on the curb,
Yep.
back on the power. This is going to be the last lap from the bullet. And probably the first proper lap. And he crosses the line and decreased to P11. Brute Gorgon is on another lap.
Immortals is pushing.
Brute Gorgon is not on another lap, I don't believe. He didn't have DRS open.
What can Immortal do?
TRT Danny is finished in the session. He's happy.
He's gone
with
quicker in sector 1. Might have taken a bit too much curb there, as I think that screwed up his entry and exit. About to come through. Open up the DRS. He gets a bit of oversteer. That's not going to really help, is it? At this rate, I don't think he's going to go quicker. Yeah, he's 0.05 down.
Oh, no!
Little lock up.
He's dropped it.
Immortals has spun. Oh, he was on for a good lap as well.
Brute Gorgon has dropped it out of the long hairpin in the DRS zone.
Ed's on the lap.
Got too heavy on the power.
Quicker. Go on, lad. Come on.
TRT Broken is up on his fastest lap by 400. So he gets oversteer also. Everybody is getting oversteer out of that long hairpin on the run down towards the stadium section.
Ed goes P5. Get in, lads.
It's not over yet though. The TRT Broken. He's up on his lap time. Oh, ran very wide there. Doesn't invalidate though. Keeps the car up to speed. No DRS. He's backed off of that one. And doesn't improve on his lap time. And the last one we are waiting for is Mods. And he's invalidated, so he's not going to improve on that P13.
Mods, yeah, he's tired, unfortunately. This lap got invalidated.
Yeah, that's the end of qualifying.
So that is the finishing order.
Damn, that was a fun-ass qualifying, I'm not going to lie.
You know, you've seen this week, you've seen the Alphas on pole, you've seen the Haas on pole, but you haven't seen the Williams driver yet on pole this week. For any of the tiers, so Danny is currently P1. You know, obviously, Alpha's teammate yesterday, Faker, who's racing today, who's currently P10, he got a podium for the Alfa Romeo team. You know, you got the McLarens that have been up there, but been a good weekend for them all, but you just see the Mercedes that are now up there.
be interesting to see whether people outside the top 10 go for medium tyres or whether they just stick with the soft tyres that they're on.
I would stick with the softs personally.
Yeah, it is a simple soft to hard strategy round here, but that overheating, as previously mentioned, can really hurt a compound, especially if you're going to go long on the hards. The last thing you want is overheating, even on the softs, but the thing with the softs is you know you're going to pit at some point.
Yeah, but the moment they get hard, it's hard. You get more oversteer and sometimes understeer, depends what turns you're on, and it increases the tyre wear by quite a bit, to be honest. You want to try and keep your tyres cool, but not push too hard because it's early on in the race. But maybe towards the end, we could see if there's a safety car, some late boxes that go onto the softs till the end. Try and get the fastest lap, and also challenge some extra points. And if there is a safety car, I'd imagine the top runners will be in for either mediums or hards, depending what time.
Well, right now, everything you just mentioned will be applied as we are now underway for the formation lap. Hopefully, unlike the F1 Grand Prix today, which was similar, we won't see any spinners on the formation lap, unlike it was Charles Leclerc, and I think Perez had like a half spin.
Perez had a half spin on safety car lot when he overtook.
Imagine Imola on F1, like the next F1 game you have Imola.
It is going to be
first round.
No, it is.
Yeah.
You can put them out
Oh,
I think.
Danny, you should make me and Alfie do the calendar. You really should. Honestly. We would make it more entertaining.
Yes.
Because the first track that I would pick is the new Saudi Arabia track.
Yeah, personally, it's not my cup of tea. But I can see why it's your cup of tea.
Turn 1 and 2 is Vietnam, turn 1 and 2. If I'm being honest. Yeah, nobody been disqualified
Vietnam
for
League
formation
racing is actually fun.
So,
I can't deny that.
TLC Danny makes his way to the grid. And also, I'm broken. All sort of bunched up. The rest are starting to drop back and try and get everybody else's tyres covered and keep theirs warm. It's a strategy that most league racers like to use.
I've got my league race on Tuesday, I just realised.
What?
Oh yeah, logical, you're in it and all.
Yep.
Wait, what? Right, okay, right. All that's mentioned. Doesn't matter now, kiddos. We have a race. Everybody's on softs apart from the Bullet and Fruit on mediums. We are going to wait for those 5 red lights to come out. They're waiting a while here. No, we've got 3, 4, 5 red lights. It's lights out. And we are underway here at the Netherlands. It's Danny who leads from Immortals, from Woken, from Natoil.
As it's been a spin and it's the hat
is off. That is.
EDMG has now passed Chris.
That's not yours.
EDMG, Chris, Biblical, Bircho, Fakey, Mods, Banky, Jordan, The Bullet, Brute, and now Doyle, who had such a good start. I don't know if that was just my screen, but it looks like he had a very good start.
Yeah, he gained up a lot of positions and just got caught in the carnage.